Hey everybody, I thought I'd stop off at Family Mart on the way home and just make a quick video to answer a question that I got about the two videos, Fearless and Redemption. Those were a couple days back over the weekend that I made those, and in the videos I gave no explanation as to what was going on with them, and I thought I'd go ahead and fire off a video to explain it. What happened was this: in the Fearless video, well, my family and I were at this community event. Excuse me if I'm speaking strange, it's bitter cold, like almost freezing right now, and my extremities are numb, and got a sniffle. We were at a community disaster drill annual event where the whole community gets together and practices what to do in the event of a disaster, and I made a video for that. You may have seen that, and if you did, you'll get some ideas about what was going on. Anyway, at the Fearless part, there was one point where they were doing CPR, and it's been years since I've done CPR, I'm ashamed to say, and they had this big group of people gathered around, and they had the mannequin, the CPR mannequin on the ground, and they were asking for volunteers to come in and do it, and no one was volunteering, and my wife kind of nudged me and said, "Why don't you volunteer?" And I backed out in a hurry. You know, I wasn't going to get up there. You may know my Japanese is challenged. I'm not a good speaker, and to be in front of a huge group of people like that, taking instructions in Japanese, possibly more technical instructions than I'm used to, was daunting to me, and I chickened out. And I immediately got frustrated with myself, and I walked over to that little hill, and I made that little video of Fearless. When you're in a foreign country, you get an opportunity, just go for it. What's the worst thing that can happen? You look like a fool, so what? Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll have an opportunity to gain something. And it was a moment of coming away from a fearful moment, which I backed out, in which I wanted to try to tell myself how I could handle that better in the future, and I shared it with you guys in Fearless. And it wasn't, sometimes, you ask for something in the universe and you get an opportunity right away. And it wasn't, 3 minutes later, I found myself back in another almost identical situation. They were doing the fire extinguisher thingy, and you're supposed to, yell things out in Japanese and follow the instructions, and they wanted volunteers, and no one would volunteer. Instead, this time, I didn't wait for my wife to nudge me. I just kind of, shuffled myself to the head, and I was the first one out, no one to show me the way. And I didn't do a good job. I kind of blew it, but I learned something, and I hopefully demonstrated for my daughter, something as well. And I'm hoping that that was the reason for the Redemption video, a sense of overcoming the fear to basically try and a second chance to do it. And so there was the two videos. That's the story behind them. Fearless was my failure to capitalize on an opportunity that was presented to me, and Redemption was my chance to have a second chance. There you go. That's all it was. And there you go. And there's the story. I hope you all have a nice evening and take on the challenges that come for you, and I will promise to do the same. I'm going to get home and get warm. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye. It's not on. Still on.